warming up those glutes. Really make sure that your ribs are connected down towards your hips. 8, 7.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a daily vlog. So I'm gonna say happy 2024. I know this isn't my first video back and we're well into January by now, but this is my first video that I'm actually filming this year, so I thought I might as well still say Happy New Year as it's only the 4th of January today, and today is kind of my first full proper day back. But I'm not filming anything today. Luckily I was quite organised at the end of last year with my filming for YouTube and my Instagram posts. I know I took a little break over December and the beginning of January with YouTube, but I still had a couple of things pre-filmed, so I'll start filming properly tomorrow. I've got a YouTube video to film then, but today was my first proper day of getting up at 6:30, doing my normal routine. I haven't done for about 2 weeks. Even the beginning of December was a bit all over the place because it was my birthday and I was kind of here, there and everywhere, so it's felt like ages since I've been in my proper routine. Anyway, you will have seen from the beginning of this vlog that I got up, walked Maple. It was pitch black. Sorry, I'm just gonna sit down while I speak to you. Yeah, I got up 6:30, walked Maple. It was pitch black as usual. We've been obviously walking her during the day because there was no reason for me to get up at 6:30. Then I did my Pilates this morning, which I've been getting into a good routine with the last few days. I've been following the January challenge on the Pilates class, which is the website that I use for all my classes. I absolutely love it. I've been doing it for a couple of years now, and last year I was actually so consistent with my Pilates classes. I wasn't doing like particularly long workouts, some of them only like 10-15 minutes, but I was doing it at least 3 times a week every week, so I really want to continue with that this year. I got myself washed, ready. I've got a lovely little lounge set on, which I'll show you properly in the mirror in a minute. Also did my hair and a very light makeup as well because I just feel better when I get myself ready for the day. So often on days when I don't film, I end up just wearing the same outfit that I walk the dog in, that same bobbly jumper and holey leggings, and I just feel a bit ugh. So I'm really going to try and make an effort this year to kind of get ready for the day because I just know that's going to make me feel better and make me more productive. So this vlog is kind of like my January reset day. I think I filmed one of these last year, but it's just me getting back into the swing of things, organising myself. Today I've got quite a nice admin afternoon planned. I'm going to do my vision board for this year. I'm gonna plan my whole month. I'm just gonna kind of organise myself. I've got to pay my tax bill. I'm gonna organise the rest of my finances and just some little bits and pieces here and there. I've still got a few more things that I think are going to slow me down this month. It's my mum's birthday next week and it's a big birthday. She's going to be 60, so we are celebrating that over a few days. So I'm not going to be able to be in my routine then, but hopefully after next week I'll kind of be back to it, really strict with everything. This video is basically to give you guys maybe a little bit of motivation if you are struggling to get back into the swing of things this year. Don't feel the pressure. It's taken me a little while. It's probably going to take me a little while longer as well. If you are looking for that bit of motivation or inspiration, hopefully this video can help you. I'm going to start off this morning by organising this rail. My wardrobe is fully overflowing, but I don't have space at the moment to put all the bits that I want to put on Vinted. I don't have a space for them basically because I'd like to obviously get everything that I want to put on Vinted out of my wardrobe and somewhere else, but I don't have the space to do that at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is leave that kind of clear out for another day when I do have the space, and today I'm just going to pop some of my coats on this rail because obviously they take up the most room in the wardrobe. So if I can get some of them out and hung up on here, I think that will create a little bit more space for me and I'll be a little less stressed and the whole wardrobe would be a little less messy. So I'm going to start off with that job and then we'll get into the fun part of the vision board and the planning and the productivity planner and all that good stuff. So this rail here is basically the rail that I use for all the stuff that I'm gonna put on Vinted, or the stuff that is on Vinted, just so I can get to it nice and easily. But I have moved it up here for the time being to hang my coats on, and then when I go through my wardrobe and have a clear out and get everything ready to sell, I'll move this rail to a different room. But I just didn't want the Vinted stuff on it while it's in my bedroom because it's going to look all mismatched, whereas now it's just coats, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, I know it's so cramped. I have so much stuff. My room is just overflowing. You may be able to see my new purchase over here. There will be a video coming where I unbox it all and tell you all about that. So that is coming very soon. But yeah, this is all organized now, which I feel much better about. It was basically just a rail full of clothing that I'd worn over Christmas and New Year, so it was kind of a mismatch of everything, so it feels better to have it all organised with just coats now. So I'm going to take a seat at my desk to get this admin morning. Is it still morning? Yes, still morning. To get this admin morning underway. I've got a nice little setup here, glass of water, because that is one of my ins for this year, to make sure I drink more water, because some days I'll go a whole day barely having a glass. Got my favourite candle, the Libertine one from August and Piers, which I love, so that's burning away on top of my RH magazine. So I'm going to take a seat here, and then I'm going to go through these diaries and planners that I have, see which ones I want to fill out, and let's get going with it. It feels so nice to be sat at my desk. I haven't sat here properly for ages. So I am going to start with the electronic way of doing my goals and vision board and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, I've got here some diaries. I'm going to go through these. Some of them I haven't even written in, some of them I've written in a few. Some diaries and planners, so I'm going to look through them afterwards. But if you guys have watched my vlogs or my organising videos before, you will know that I love the notes folder. That is where I do most of my planning. It's where I have all my to-do lists. I do to-do lists for every single day pretty much, and it's probably my most used app because I'm always on it, writing stuff down, making notes of things. So that is where I'm going to start with this. So I have a to-do list folder, which is where I pop, I'll just show you, which is where I'll put to-do lists for each week. So that is my one for today. I put literally everything on there. I'll put shower, makeup, hair, tan, skincare, hoover, have lunch. Every single thing I need to do that day, I'll put on there. I'll put upload Instagram, share to story, reply to comments. I'll put literally everything so I can tick it off one by one, make sure I don't miss anything, do things in a proper order, and it just works well for me having it here on my iMac and also having it on my phone as well. I do the bulk of it monthly. Obviously things change, things crop up, I have to move things around. Mostly every Sunday evening I'll go through and make sure that everything is set up for the week so I know what I'm doing, but then the night before obviously I'll also check what I've got to do the next day, and if anything needs changing or swapping around, I'll do that kind of more last minute. But I do kind of create the folders. I've got up till 4th of Feb on the notes here, so like I said, a month in advance, so everything is nice and organised. I know what I'm doing. If I have a campaign to film, I know which week it's going to be filmed, which week it needs to be sent over for approval, and I know the dates of things. I just find that so useful. It's my main hack for doing a job like this where you are self-employed, you're in charge of your own schedule. Plan. So I actually did this yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, for this month. So that is all done, which is good. The next thing that I love to do on the Notes app is create a yearly roundup. So I've done this since 2021. I do it every year, and I just create a little notes folder of good things that happened. So I'll do each month, I can put the smallest thing on there. So I'll put, like, if I ordered a new pair of shoes, like I put on this one for 2023. I won't show you loads of it because obviously it's a private thing, but I put my Sambas arrived, which may sound so stupid and so dull and so shallow that I put that as a good thing on my yearly roundup. But I remember I was so excited to get them because this was in January last year when they were completely sold out everywhere. And I just put tiny little things like that. There's another one, a shoot day with Sophie in Winchester. I went to London with Tom just little things. Like I got into a 7 a.m. walking routine, and that was in March. Like I can look back at all of these and see all the fantastic things that happened that year, and I love doing it. I got a bit lax with it towards the end of the year this year, and October, November, December are quite short compared to the rest because I just forgot to fill it out. But it's amazing to look back on, and if you ever feel sad or a bit lost or not happy with the way that your life is going, to look back on something like this and see all the things that I thought were worth listing is really nice. So I have a little yearly roundup folder on my notes as well. I have a goals folder, so I did this for last year and I separated them into 3 categories: lifestyle, career, personal. So I will be doing that again this year. So here we have the 2024 goals, and I will just literally write some random things, something private for me that I can look at and something to work towards. And it's really fun to go back and look at them at the end of the year and see if I've ticked them off. Also have a 2024 work goals folder. Again, I'm covering this up because I don't want to jinx anything, but I put new brands to work with, and then I've also put brands to work with again. So you can see here on my 2023 goals that I put to reach 150k on Instagram and 20k on TikTok. I did both of those, so that is amazing. So I'm going to go through this now and do my 2024 goals, my work goals, and start the 2024 roundup. I'm also going to organise the rest of my notes app because it's looking a little bit all over the place. So let's get going. So I have done my goals for 2024, and I thought I would show you the ins and outs because they're not like personal to me. So this is what I've done. It's kind of like a trend thing at the moment, so I'll just talk you through them. I've seen a lot of people do this, and it's a fun little way if you don't have much time or you're not really into making resolutions or vision boards or planning your goals or like anything like that. Then it's a fun little way that you can kind of set small goals, manageable goals. It doesn't have to be like a big thing where you sit down like I am and write everything out and plan the whole year. So for my ins, I put drink more water, obviously, regular manicures to grow my natural nails. You may remember I had my nails done at Townhouse just before my birthday, and they were so short. They have grown so much since doing that. I did redo them myself with my manicurist set on Boxing Day, so this is about a week and a half since then, and they're going strong. They're nice and long, they're not breaking, and I just really want to keep them like this, so I am getting them redone at Townhouse on Saturday. So I just figured if not every month, then every other month I will get a proper manicure, and then the in-between time I can do them myself with my manicurist set. And I just want to make sure I'm not going to any kind of dodgy salons that use drills and whatever, because it really did damage my nails last year. Random acts of kindness. I realise I don't do that very much, and I really just want to be more aware of other people around me and what they're doing, and any little thing that I can do that might help somebody. No alcohol during the week. I just mean Sunday to Thursday. My mum and I have been doing really well at not drinking, and we feel so much better for it. Obviously Christmas was a different story, but now that we're back into routine, I really want to be healthy and cut out alcohol from Sunday to Thursday. I may even try and do like a dry Feb. I'm not going to do dry Jan because it's my mum's birthday, so we will be having a few drinks next week, but I may consider doing a dry Feb. Oh no way, I can't, I'm skiing. Maybe dry March? I don't know. But at least no alcohol during the week. Pilates 3 times a week, already explained about that. Hair masks once a week. I am really bad at remembering to do my hair masks, so I want to do them at least once a week to keep my hair nice and healthy. It's really healthy at the moment because of the recent haircut I had, so I want to keep it like that. Investment items for my wardrobe, so spending a bit more on fewer items to make sure that they last. Making more time for the girls. I see my girls as often as I can, but not often enough. We live so close together, and I really want to make sure that we spend more time together this year. And the last one on my ins is earlier nights, because I go to bed way too late and I'm always so tired when I wake up in the morning. My outs is scrolling pointlessly. Sometimes I just pick up my phone and scroll for absolutely no reason, so I really want to cut that out, especially in bed before I go to sleep. Bad moods. Sometimes I can get in a bad mood. It's not often and it's normally hormonal, but I really want to try and be more positive on those days when I am struggling. Missing skincare steps, sometimes if I am really tired, it doesn't happen a lot, but if I get in late or I'm really tired, I'll just cleanse and moisturize and I won't do anything else before I go to sleep. So I really want to make sure I don't miss any skincare steps. Trend pieces, I need to stop buying trend pieces because I always do it and I get sucked in and I don't end up wearing them. Driving instead of walking, so there are so many times where I could just walk to the train station, but I don't. I just get in my car and drive, normally because I'm running late, so I really want to stop doing that. Unnecessary spending. Again, things like taking the tube when I could walk, little things like that. I just want to make sure, like buying lunch out when I have lunch at home, I just want to make sure that I am saving every single penny. Crisps for meals. Sometimes I will do this dreadful thing when I will sit on the sofa, I'll have a packet of crisps and then I'll go, oh, I'm not hungry, I just don't think I'll have dinner tonight. So we're not doing that in 2024, we're not doing that. Another one which is quite similar is eating dinner on the sofa. Sometimes I'll be really lazy, I'll cook my dinner and instead of eating it in the kitchen at the island or on the dining room table, I'll just take it and eat it off my lap on the sofa, which I don't love. And the last out is overthinking. I overthink ever such a lot, normally about work stuff, and I really want to try and stop that and take the pressure off a little bit. So those are my ins and outs for 2024. I'm going to go through my Pinterest board now and create a little vision board. You may remember I had one last year. I took it off my background because it was for last year, but this is the one that I made on Canva. And it had a few things like I wanted to upgrade my car, buy my Mercedes, which I did. I wanted to get a Celine handbag, which I have done, but that was this year. I wanted to go skiing, that's coming this year. I wanted to go to Paris, didn't manage to do that. I wanted to spend lots of time at the beach and on the boat, definitely did that. And I wanted to move out last year. Unfortunately didn't get around to doing that, but this year, this is one of my more personal goals. This year is the year that I move out and buy a house. I'm so determined, and yeah, not gonna jinx it, not gonna talk too much about it, but we're gonna make that happen this year. Anyway, it is time to do my new vision boards. It's very simple. I just have a few pictures that relate to things that I want to do. I've already started collecting a few pictures on Pinterest, which I will show you, to kind of make into a little vision board. These are just kind of more personal lifestyle things, more trivial things, something to work towards, but I love to put it as my phone background because then I'm constantly reminded of it every single day. I just realised I also had it as my computer background, so I better change that as well when I've made this one. I have here a collection of pictures. So obviously this one represents me moving out, trip to Paris, lots of time in the countryside, the bag, fitness, skiing, traveling, quality time. So a few little things here. I might add some more if I can, but there's already quite a lot of pictures here, so we will see. But I'm just going to put it on Canva and then edit them all together. So my little vision board is done. I'm going to save this now and pop it as my wallpaper, but it's just most of the pictures that I showed you guys earlier. I did one here of a business class flight because I would love to fly business class this year, but it just depends if we go on that long haul holiday or not, because first priority is buying a house. It just depends how things go, so we will see. But yep, there's my little vision board. Gonna pop it everywhere now, so I am constantly reminded of it. So vision board is on my phone. I am just gonna grab some lunch because I am super hungry. It's quite a chilly day today, so I'm gonna have a tin of soup. It's not too unhealthy, it's quite a healthy meal, and I've got some really nice bread rolls as well, so I'm gonna have like a crusty bread roll and a bowl of soup. So now that I've eaten, and did my camera just move? Now that I've eaten, I had to put my dressing gown on because I was a little bit chilly. When I'm just sat still, not moving around and walking around, then I get really, really cold. So I'm gonna sit and go through all the planners and stuff that I have. I have this one, which I got years ago from CGD London, Cool Girl Diary, I think that stands for. And it's kind of like Filofax style, so it's like a leather casing, and then you just buy the inserts for it, so you can just buy the inserts each year, which is a great way to be more sustainable and not to buy like a whole new diary each year, because you can just buy what you need for it. They do loads of different types of inserts as well, like if you want one for meal planning. I have this one in at the moment, as well as the 2024 diary, and this is just like daily schedule, so it's got a timetable, water, daily exercise, self-care, to-do list. I just find that really useful. And then at the back I have, show you a plain page out on my notes on. At the back I just have a few pages for notes, so I write the odd thing about, normally like my finances, if I need to jot anything down or work anything out, then I'll just do that there. I have a few others as well, which I'll show you. I don't write in these as much, but this one I got gifted. It's from Intelligent Change, and it's a productivity planner, and I've not actually used it yet, but I just had a little flick through and it looks quite cute, so I thought that I would just share it. And it basically starts off with a page for planning. So this is weekly planning. You write what week it is, intentions, important tasks, secondary important tasks, additional tasks, and then it has a space for each day. So this says, hope you can see this okay, this is Monday, so most important tasks, secondary tasks, additional tasks, notes, so all these kind of things for every single day. And then, which I thought was quite good if you are into writing things down, it also has a little space for a weekly review at the end, so you can say what tasks you didn't complete, what you've learned, what you want to make sure you do next week. If there are any kind of weekly wins, you can write them down as well, which I think is a great feature. So I might start using this. I feel like if I start writing in too many diaries or too many planners, and I've got my notes as well, it's going to get a bit confusing. And then I have these two from Papier. I have my daily planner and I have my mid-year diary. So I love to have a diary. I don't write in it too much, but if I am going out and about, I do like to have my diary with me, and I do write the odd thing. The thing I love about this diary, or the thing that I use mainly, is this section where you have the full month on view, you have individual boxes for each day, and then I just write the main thing that's going on that day. So that's really good for like seeing when I'm on holiday, when people's birthdays are, and I love being able to look at the whole month as a whole. They have little sections like this for like monthly goals, monthly tasks, that kind of thing, and then of course like the big sections for each day of the year. So this is a mid-year diary, so this is June to June, so I've still got a little bit of time left on this, but it's super handy to have, so I do use this on quite a bit. And then my daily planner, which I love because it's not dated, so I can just pick this up and use it whenever I need to. So it's got a space for goals at the front, and then the layout is basically just like this, so you can write in your schedule, you can write your to-do list, what's most important, any notes, and I just love the layout of it. And I can just pick this up, and whenever I feel like writing things down, I can use this for it, so I think that is great. I love the way that it sets out the goals pages as well, so if you are into making goals, this gives you, I think it gives you 3 main goals for the year, and it says what and why, so you can write down what the goal is. In the next week, what steps you're going to take to achieve that goal, in the next month, and in the next however long. So not only does it make you write down your goals, it makes you think of ways to achieve them. My first one, this was from last year, it was buy a new car. So I wrote down what car I wanted, what spec, what year, what kind of mileage, because I wasn't buying it from new, and I said when I wanted to have achieved it by, which was the 1st of January 2024. So in the next week it was finalise the finances, get all the money together and do some research, see kind of what prices I would be looking at and what was available. In the next month I put to clean up my old car, transfer the plates over because I had private plates on mine, so I needed it to have its old plates back on so I could sell my car. And then in the next I put 6 weeks, go and visit and test drive and go and see cars, and then I just put at the end buy car and part exchange mine, and I managed to do it. I don't think it was just down to the fact that I wrote these things down, but it is helpful to see it in black and white like that and know what steps you need to take to achieve your goals. So that's 3 really good planners there, which I love to use. I am actually now also going to try and set up a Google Calendar, because I definitely need to do that for work, so I can just add things into my calendar a bit easier, because Carmel, my manager, always sends me like updates of specific dates, and I just never do anything with them because I never add them into my calendar. I always obviously write them down and I know when things are due and what to do when, but I think it would be handy to have like reminders and things in an actual calendar. So I'm going to see if I can set that up now for this year. So I've set up my Google Calendar, but I just wanted to show you how I use Google Sheets to organise myself in terms of posting. So I have the weeks down here, and then I have Instagram posts, stories, YouTube, TikTok. I've only scheduled YouTube in here at the moment, and I just do Instagram kind of weekly. So this is a little sneak peek of the YouTube videos that are to come, but I just find it super helpful. I put everything in this lavender colour until it's filmed and edited and ready to go live. And then once it's ready to go live, it goes clear like this, so I can see what I still need to film and what I need to have ready for when. It's really good for like posting dates as well for brand collaborations, because I can pop them in here and know exactly when they're going live. And I just keep this tab open mostly on my computer so I can see it most days. So I'm pretty much all done with the list of things that I had to do today. The only thing I have left to do is edit this vlog, so I'm going to finish it here. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my little January reset, the things I like to do at the beginning of the year to get me ready for the year ahead, to get my goals in place and to kind of work towards something. I appreciate a lot of this video was me sat on my desk, so hopefully it was still enjoyable for you. Just quickly before I go, this is the lounge set that I've been wearing and I love it. It's so soft. It's from the Rosie Huntington Whiteley collection at Marks and Spencer's, and it's a really gorgeous set. My mum got it for me for Christmas and it actually went into the sale in January, so hopefully it is still available. Last time I checked there were some sizes left, so I'll leave it linked down below along with all the planners that I showed you guys. So I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, it would be amazing if you could give it a like. If you are new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you could hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye.